have some challenges, and so the music challenge is one of those things that people like to do called the throwback challenge. And the throwback challenge goes all the way back into the very early part of my capoeira career. Back in 1998, I bought a ticket to Brazil, not knowing that that trip was going to change my life. When I got back from Brazil, I went in search of capoeira, and I found a group. And the group that I found was Grupo Liberdade de Capoeira dos Palmares. The mestre of the group was my first mestre, Mestre Cigano. He was from Botafogo, and he had joined up with Mestre No, who was the founder of Capoeira Angola, Palmares. And so, we were Grupo Liberdade de Capoeira dos Palmares because Mestre Cigano had founded Grupo Liberdade, and so we had these cool songbooks. And so, today I would like to do a song that is attributed to Mestre No, which means we believe that Mestre No actually wrote this song. It's a very simple little corrido, and so I say it's a corrido because that's how it's written in this book. In our school, we would call it a shula, but in Mestre No's book, he has it as a corrido, which means today I'm calling this a corrido. And so, there's one that goes before it, and then the one that is attributed to him. Before it is Sai Sai Caterina. I'll use that as my warm-up. La 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 la. And then I will get into the Ole La La by Mestre No.
Catarina, meu amor, sai, sai, Catarina, vem dançar, sai, sai, Catarina.
So now this next song, a tribute to Mestre No, called Ole La La. Capoeira Angola mandou me chamar. Ole La La, Capoeira Angola mandou me chamar. Ole La La, Capoeira Angola mandou me chamar. Ole La La, Capoeira Angola chegou no lugar. Ole La, Capoeira Angola chegou pra ficar. Ole La La, Capoeira Angola em Nova York vou jogar. Ole La La. Amazing thing in the lyrics, so I know that Mestre No wrote this song. Capoeira Angola em Nova York vou jogar. Mestre No came over to New York. He began an affiliation with Mestre Ombrinho, and so the capoeira from Angola Palmares has spread all over. We now have Mestre Manganga teaching out in Seattle, and so capoeira has grown. Mestre Gulliver is still teaching in New York, but again with that growth, Mestre Manganga now teaching in Seattle, Washington. Go check him out. And so, one little quick song from Mestre Cigano's playlist, and then we will move on into our movements. And this is one that I heard Mestre Cigano do many times in the Roda. If you've never met Mestre Cigano, he's one of the most joyous and jovial people. His personality just gives off warmth, and he's a joy to be around. And so when he would sing, everybody just felt so, so good.
Dona Maria do Camboatá, ela chega na venda, ele manda botar. Dona Maria do Camboatá, ele chega na venda e dá solta botar. Dona Maria do Camboatá, chega na venda, começa a gingar. Dona Maria do Camboatá, Santa Maria, Mãe de Deus. Dona Maria do Camboatá, cheguei na igreja, me comecei. Dona Maria do Camboatá, cheguei na igreja, meu joliet. Santa Maria do Capoeira, cheguei na igreja, vou me confessar. Santa Maria, Maria, hoje é dia de festa, dia de Oxalá. Santa Maria, Maria, o que tu tem, mas diga, eu correga pra toar. Santa Maria, Maria.
quick for today because we have a hard workout plan. And so we have a workout challenge today because many of you may be sitting at home not getting that workout that you need. Today we're going to get it for you. And so today we are like going back in time to 1998 when I bought a ticket to go to Brazil and I discovered the beauty and the joy of this thing called Capoeira. To our ABCs. We're going to learn our ABCs of Capoeira today. And so, ABCs we learn at the same time as our 1, 2, 3s. So today's theory, the ABCs and 1, 2, 3s of Capoeira. We are going to take our movements in ABC and we're going to do 3 of them. 3 movements per letter, and we'll see how far we can go before we run out of time. My friends are going to join me. We're going to do a quick stretch, and then we're going to get going. And so the first part of our stretch, we go up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We go over to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We go to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and dash. Now we move our cintura, our hip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Take your joelho, pick it up 10 times. 2, 3, 4, 5. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now when you pick up your joelho, move it out to the side, the base for your queixada. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dash. We're going to bend over and stretch a little bit. So put your hands down if you can. Bend over and hang. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and dash. Open your feet so that your hands are flat on the floor. Hang down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dash. Walk your hands over to the right foot. Head to your knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dash. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, dash. Hands flat on the floor. Walk your feet in. And then roll your body up. Roll your shoulders back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Roll forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take your right arm, or your left if you're facing me, and stretch it across. Turn your head over your shoulder, slide out to your wrist, pushing in, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look over your shoulder, slide out to your wrist, pull that hand back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bom demais. And so, what we're just going to do now is turn our head and tip our head. So turn, yes and no. No, 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 no. And now some yes. Yes. And then we're going to go around in a circle. I don't know. I don't know. Go the other way. Maybe this side is I do know. I do know. Beautiful. We're going to twist our torso. So feet in a parallel base. You're going to twist, looking back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and dash. Wonderful. And so we've loosened up the top and the middle and the mids and then the lows. We just need to put a little oil in those knees. So if you would bend your knees, we're going to go up and down in a stretch. So go down and up, down and up. If you notice what I'm doing with my hands, I'm prepping myself for the escape, guarda baixo or cocorinha. One hand goes low, one hand stays up. It's a warm-up, but I can use my capoeira moves. And so, we're warm, we're loosened up, shake and stretch. ABC, ABCs. 1, 2, 3 are numbers. Our first movement for the letter A is armada. We're going to continue the stretching process in this first movement. And so in our stretching process, take a step to the front, twist your torso all the way around so you can see me again. Then take the foot that's in the front and bring it around. Take that foot that's in the back and switch it with the foot that's in the front. Twist the other way till you can see me again. Bring it up and around. Switch the feet. 3. Switch the feet. Twist and 4. Switch the feet. Now we're starting to move a little more fluidly. 5. Switch with a ginga. 6. Switch with a ginga. 7. Switch with a ginga. 8. Ginga. 9. 10. Beautiful. Continue the ginga so we can keep the flow going. Movement number 2, is arrastão. Arrastão in Capoeira Regional is where you grab the back of someone's legs like a football player would tackle and you shoulder lift them. We're not doing that arrastão. The arrastão in Capoeira Angola is a foot sweep, but it's a reverse sweep. Imagine doing a meia lua de combaço, the spinning heel kick, but not picking your foot up off the floor. Instead of kicking high, kick low. Sweep the person's base leg out. So we're gonna stop in ginga base. We're gonna get into meia lua de combaço position. We're gonna do the movement, but our foot will not leave the floor. So we sweep around. Beautiful. Switch your base. Get into position and sweep the floor. Switch position and sweep the floor. Change your base, sweep the floor. Now we get more fluid. We ginga. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. Continue your ginga. Número 3. AU. Depending on where you are training is what kind of AU you will do right now. If you got lots of space, AU semão, no-handed AU. If you have a very small amount of space, AU fechado, or AU de Angola. If you got some kind of space, maybe AU normal, maybe a one-handed AU with your lead hand or the follow hand, your choice. Maybe you want to do AU rolê right now, entirely up to you. But 10 AUs going both directions so that you can see better. I'm going to come out of frame. My guys in the back will begin. So, ABCs. Un, dois, tres. 1, 2, 3. We just did 3 movements for the letter A. Let's move on to B. Our first movement for B is a very popular kick known as benção. The benção is a front pushing kick. You pick up your knee, you push your foot, and you find your point of balance. You switch legs, you push foot, you find a point of balance. Maybe you want to step into your kick. So maybe you want to step to parallel, push your foot back to parallel and go back. Maybe you want to do that on the other side. Maybe you want to mix them up. It doesn't matter, but maybe what you want to do right now is 10 of them. Let's begin. I just did 5 for free. The next 10 are with both of us. Dash. I said we were working out today. That's letter B, but only movimento 1. Para 2. Let's do banda. Banda is a foot sweep. And so in banda, we can banda in pé on our feet or banda no chão. And so banda is also called rasteira, which means sweep, rasteira em pé, rasteira no chão. The banda that I would like us to do right now is touching the floor. Has a good stretch to it. We're going to get into the banda position and we're going to stretch backwards. So we're going to stop with our foot in the back because it's a 2-step movement. I'm going to step to parallel and then swing this foot to the front for the sweep. To get a stretch out of this, I'm going to put one hand on the floor and stretch back. And so I step to parallel, sweep to the front, and I have a hand on the floor, stretching back. And then I'm going to finish this movement by reaching the floor and bringing my foot in the front all the way around. Cool. I'll do the same thing on the other side. I'll do the other side. You don't need a lot of space for this movement. I'm basically making a 360. I'm going to move out of the way so you guys can get started. Sometimes you see things and it makes you say something. Because if you see something, say something. I saw a combination of movements which can be done. For the advanced people out there, you can do rasteira, rastão, which means you can sweep twice in the same place. I can sweep to the front and to the back. Feel free to add that in to your repertoire. You got 6 more. That was 2. Now it's 3 for the letter B. I chose today bananeira. Now, at home you can choose whether you would like to do the bananeira and what version of it, or a bananeirinha, which is a headstand. So we're doing a handstand, bananeira. You can modify this where you are to a headstand. Now, your bananeiras at home can be very, very simple. It can just be that. That can be your whole bananeira. Or all the way up. If you like, you can challenge yourself in your bananeira. Come to a capoeira position and find your bananeira. Regardless of how you choose to do it, you've got 10 of them. Embora. Depending on your level and where you are and what you do, or if your name is Mestre Muito Tempo, or Professor Giratoria, you can't just do something simply. You gotta put a bit of spice or jazz to it. So if you wanna turn in your bananeira, feel free. Perhaps maybe I just wanna simply change legs in my bananeira. Or perhaps I wanna be a little more complicated and I want to turn in my bananeira. Your choice, but you have 2 more. Bom demais? A, B, C. Time for letter C. Or maybe in the other hand, A, B, C. If it's the reverse image, I don't know which way you're looking. And so, our first movement is chapa. Chapa is that side kick. And so, perhaps you want to fully turn and push for chapa. Your choice. Maybe you just want to go chapa. But have some control in your body. Try not to let gravity win when you're controlling your limbs. It's your leg, not gravity's leg. So no matter how fast you do the kick, do it with control. Whether your chapa comes from the back leg, whether you step into that chapa with an entrada, make sure you control that foot for all 10 of them.
Minha vida eu vivo a meu nome é Paulo dos Anjos, nasci no Sergipe, criado na Bahia, vivo criado em Paulo, foi lá mais jovem, muito filho. Comecei a aprender capoeira em 50, comércio clandestino, apesar de primeiro capoeira que conheci, comércio vida, 7 anos para meu barão. E hoje em dia, eu tenho uma academia no ano 17, feito lá que é sempre o bairro do Japão. Tive academia em São Paulo, depois aluno de Mestre Gaivota, depois de direção da academia que eu gosto, academia de capoeira.
In our warm-up, we did a squat. It's going to be our next movement, the cocorinha, which Mestre Bimba referred to as guarda baixo. I gave you the prep for one way to do it, but I'm going to give you a second way to do it. And so, one way is to squat and cover, hand flat, other hand cover your head. Same thing on the other side. I squat, hand flat, other hand covers the head. Or another way to do your cocorinha, more traditional to Capoeira Angola. You're going to cross the hands here so that you're blocking what is coming down. Angoleros also demonstrating the control in their bodies tend to be on their toes when they do this movement. And so, your choice. How much balance do you have? Which do you prefer? But you gotta give me 10 cocorinhas. So we did 10 cocorias. We have our last 3 movimento, terceiro movimento, third movement, number 3. Chuta lua. The lua is the moon and it's up there. A chuta is an attack or a kick, to be specific. You need to try to kick the moon. And so with a straight leg, bring it up, kicking at the moon. With a straight leg, up, kicking at the moon. With a straight leg, up, kicking at the moon. 10 of those.
Gamileira no chão, 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 gamileira no chão.
If you finish your 10 before I get back, keep going. Keep going until I get back. It means you may not be working hard enough. I'm trying to work out today. So, our first movement for the letter D is called desequilibrante, which translates into disequilibrium. Equilibrium is balance. So to be unbalanced means you're off balance or falling down. This is very similar to the movement we did earlier called banda. And so we're going to do the movement standing up. And so we're going to slide a foot forward, trying to aim at the person's ginga foot coming forward. So I want to try and sweep that ginga foot out of the way, putting my opponent off balance. Desequilibrante. And so we sweep the foot away. Make sure you're sweeping low at the foot. We're not sweeping at somebody's knees. Desequilibrante, nice and low. Sweep the floor, aiming for the foot that is about to step forward in ginga. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Beautiful. Our next one. People make the mistake of thinking that capoeira is only kicks. And it's a misinterpretation of a quote that was made by Mestre Gaivota, where he said that the hands were used to create and the feet were used to destroy. But that doesn't mean there's not hand motions in capoeira. Angola e regional both have hand motions. One of the most fun hand movements in Capoeira Angola is dedo nos olhos, poking someone in the eye. And so in the middle of your ginga, you would just boink, poke them right in the eyes. And so we're going to ginga whenever you're ready. Poke, 2 fingers, right in the eye. That way you get one or the other or both, 2 fingers going for the eye. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, dedo nos olhos is a movement you have to be careful with, because if you really do poke somebody in the eye, even though you're making fun and jokes, it's gonna hurt. So you gotta be careful when playing capoeira with a partner. Your terceiro movimento, third movement for the letter D, is descida básico. Desceu is to go down. Básico is basic or base. So we're just gonna basically go down, or we're gonna go down in a base. So we're gonna stop in ginga base and go down. Descida básico. Some people call this esquiva de frente. Now, depending on your level of capoeira, how you get up is your choice. If you want to just get up, then get up. If you want to, descida básico, esquiva para trás, or quebra de ginga, and then come back to ginga, that's great. If you have some space to move around, and you can descida básica, volta negativa, rolê and get up, that's awesome too. You choose how you want to do your 10 descida básicos right now. Here we go. Descida básica. This takes us to water break. And so, my friends are going to quickly get a drink of water. While they get a drink of water, in case you're not having water at home, I'm going to entertain you with a song. I'm going to bow. ABCs of berimbau. Today, we are working on our ABCs, mais beabá do capoeira. ABCs of Capoeira. Então, vamos voltar. Let's go back and finish up some more letters. Se você pode. Se Deus quiser. Se whatever. We left off with the letter D, which means we're up to the letter E. Letter E. Our first movement is esquiva. Now, indeed, descida básica was a version of esquiva, and I gave you options. So for E esquiva, I'll give you options as well. Esquiva de lado or lateral is one choice. Esquiva para trás or quebra de ginga is another choice. Many angoleiros, they like esquiva diagonal, coming forward on a diagonal. If you choose a lower esquiva, perhaps esquiva de Angola, where I go very, very low to the floor and down, all the way to the floor. If I go to one of these sides, choose how you get up. Maybe you volta negativa and get up. Maybe if I esquiva lateral, maybe I don't volta negativa, maybe I go back the other way to my negativa and get up. Your choice, your way, but 10 esquivas. Embora. Our next movement for the letter E is called esporão. Esporão in many places is called chapa giratória. There's lots of ways to do esporão. In Capoeira Angola, it's just the side kick. The chapa they use as esporão. But the spinning side kick in most places referred to as esporão or chapa giratória, which means what we need to do is we need to stop in our ginga base. We need to turn like an armada, and instead of swinging the leg in the queixada position, we push the foot in the chapa base. On the other side, we turn and we look, and instead of the queixada base, it's the chapa base as we come back to balance. Always trying to come to a point of balance after the kick. Always looking at the front, the person, when we do chapa giratória. As you get more comfortable with it, you may go faster with it, but you must be in balance. Hey, you got 10 to do, let's go. Our terceiro movimento, third movement, is not easy. It's known as escorpião, the scorpion. And so, we're going to talk about how you're going to do this movement. Scorpions have tails that come over the top to sting. Your tail is going to be your foot coming over the top of your body to sting. You're going to put your hands to the front of your body on the floor and then bring your tail over the top. Now, you don't want to go straight down to the front. You want to go down on an angle, like you were doing the esquiva de lado or esquiva lateral. And so, if you're not feeling your arm strength today, have more side movement. The stronger you feel today, the more angle I can have to a 45 than to the 90 degree to the side. So I'm not feeling my arm strength today, so I'm going to lean this way and bring this foot over to sting. But if I am feeling my arm strength today, my body goes more to the front for my escorpião. So where you put your forward hand depends on how you feel today. If you feel really strong, your forward hand goes in front. If you don't feel very strong, your forward hand goes more to the side. Regardless of where your hands go, your foot comes over the top to sting the person in front. You got 10 of these, you better have started already. Eu não tô de besouro. Letter G. We skipped the letter F because of space. Coincidentally, F, floreio, the majority of the F movements are floreos, like folha seca, and so we don't have space to do jump spinning back kicks. So we're going to leave the floreos out for today. We're going to skip the letter to go to G. Galopante is where we swing the side of the fist to the front. Swing and twisting your body. We're going to do 10 of those. Looking to the front. Dois. Body turns, head does not. Três. Quatro. Cinco. Seis. Sete. On the street, they call this the haymaker. If you're country, they call it the mollywop. Here we call it galopante. Ginga, which also starts with G, but that's not our next movement. Just saying ginga, because that's what we're doing right now. Our next movement is actually gancho. A gancho is a hook. We're going to use our foot to hook around backwards. So I'm going to show a martelo and then swing my foot to the other side to hook. This is a hard kick. And so again, I show a martelo and then swing my foot around to hook with my heel. Show a martelo, swing my foot around to hook with the heel. Some people like to put their hand on the floor in gancho for balance. Your choice. But show martelo, drop, up, hook, around. The person will esquiva. If I do martelo, they esquiva. So then I hook my foot to where they have just esquiva. 10, let's go! Continue your gancho. Looking forward when you gancho. I want to look at the person that I'm giving this gancho to. I'm hoping that they're not getting kicked with it. But if they are going to get kicked with it, I should stop my gancho so it does not hurt them. In capoeira, if I kick somebody, that's my fault because I should have controlled the kick. But in capoeira, if I kick somebody, that's their fault. They should have gotten out of the way. Now, let's move on to J. Joelhada. Your knee is your joelho. We're going to do joelhada duas maneiras, two ways. We're going to do joelhada direta, direct, where your knee just comes straight up. Let's do 10 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, joelhada lateral to the side. So my knee comes around to the side on a horizontal plane. 1, 2. Some of you may want to practice grabbing and pulling into this knee kick. Grab the head, pull in. Grab, pull. Some of you may not want to grab. Some of you may just want to joelhada. 7, 8, 9, 10. If you've ever been to a comedy show, behind the comedians are a set of lights. A red light, a green light, a yellow light. I had the green light, my yellow light is on, which means I'm running out of time. We're gonna cut down to 2 movements for each letter for the last couple of letters until I get that red light. When the red light comes on, I'm done. Our first movement is martelo. Martelo is a hammer. So your options are from the back leg, hammer. Your options are from the front leg, hammer. Your options are martelo pulado, jump, switch into your martelo. Choose your martelo. But 10, let's go, I'm running out of time. Okay. Your next movement is a choice movement. One of the meia-luas. Meia-lua de frente, swinging to the front, from a back base or a front base. Your choice. Or meia-lua de compasso. And if you choose that one, how many hands do you put on the floor? That was 2 hands on the floor. That's 1 hand on the floor. That's no hands on the floor. You choose one of the meia-luas and how do you want to do it? De frente from the back base or de frente from the parallel base. Let's go. I'm running out of time. Come on, people. Okay, my red light is on, which means I should stop. But let's just do one more letter, please. Just one more letter before they shut my camera off. Negativa. 2 choices. Remember, negativa recuado. Something comes at you and you need to go back and down to the floor. Something comes at you and you need to go back and down to the floor. Hold to get up if you want. Or negativa avançada. You're using this as a counterattack. How do you get up? Hold that's fine. Or negativa avançada. Counterattack. How do you get up? That way. Come on, 10, please. Negativa recuado, you go back. Something comes at you from the front, you go back, down to the floor, looking at the person that kicked you, always. Olé, to get up, is one way to get up. Maybe I want to do a different way to get up. So I negativa recuado, when something comes at me, I go back. Maybe I want to trota negativa, and go the other way to get up. Negativa avançada, advancing, versus recuado, reclining. My advance is a counterattack. I see your foot in a base, maybe you did an armada, or a meia-lua, or a martelo, and so I'm attacking your base foot, trying to sweep it out from you. How do I get up? Do I get back up? I'll do that one from the side. Or do I holei and get up? Always your choice. All right, so now our last movement will be our cool down movement. It's negaça. Negaça in Capoeira Angola could mean this, or this, or this. put negaças together and do 1, 2. We're going to put 3 negaças together, like in the teaching sequence from Capoeira Angola. And so you have the option of just this to this to this. But since we're trying to do the cool down, try and put a little swing into your body. This, this to this. Ginga. This, this to this. Ginga. We're trying to go both ways on the inside. This, this, this. You should be doing this with me right now. This is our cool down. We worked out. We're trying to bring our heart rate back down, slow down on that sweat. We're going to do 3 more. Mais 3. Because today was 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 1. And again. 1, 2, 3. Is 2. And the last one. 1, 2, 3, and 3. There's an amazing capoeira song that sings math. And I'm really bad at math. And so I mess up that song all the time. And so it's like 3, 3, 6, 6, 3, 9, 9, 3, 12. And I'm just like, I lose it at 9. I can't go that far. And so then they go backwards with it. And so capoeira can be educational as well as an amazing thing to do. I hope you enjoyed working with us today. I hope you got a little bit of a workout. If you need to rewind and see a part again, do that. If you're not getting our videos, they're on our website, abccnj.com. Oh my goodness, our lesson plan today was the ABCs, the Beabas, and our school is called ABCCNJ, the Afro-Brazilian Cultural Center of New Jersey. All of our classes are on the website so that you can go and watch them over and over and train whatever lesson you want to work on that day. Thank you for working out with us today. We will be back in 2 more days. We are here 3 days a week training, and I have heard that the curve is flattening, which means in about another 3 to 4 weeks, we can come back into the academy as a group and start training together. Se Deus quiser, I hope to see you all here in the Roda. Adeus, adeus e boa viagem.